The kite's already out. About 2 hours before sunset, and they're already making an appearance. Oh, happy days. Anyway, hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, back at Barnock Hills and Holes, hoping to get some better shots of the red kites in flight. Now, if you watched that video from when I was down here last time, you'll know that I was obviously shooting into the sun. This time I have a different plan, but we've got beautiful weather, clearish skies, and they're already making an appearance. Now, they did do this last time. They started loitering out over that way and moved over towards the hills and holes as the sun sort of went down, and I'm hoping they do the same today. So we've got a good couple of hours, and I was just making my way to the scrub at the back to see if we could get any small bird photography in before we look at photographing the kites. I've got plans as well, based on the fact that I was shooting into the sun last time. I'm going to stick to the furthest side of hills and holes and hopefully get some shots as they're in that way with the light coming from this direction. Fingers crossed. That's the plan. Whether it works or not is a different matter. I'm sure you all know from planning your own shoots, it doesn't always go to plan, especially when you're photographing birds and wildlife. What's that golden rule? Never work with kids and animals. Wildlife photographers, crazy people. So anyway, yeah, it's a bit breezy down here this evening as well. Hopefully that'll keep them in the sky a bit longer. So anyway, yeah, if you watch my bank holiday video that I released as a bonus, one of the things I made there was about, one of the points, sorry, that I made was about the unpredictability of British weather. I shot that video yesterday. Today is about 7 or 8 degrees warmer, dry, beautiful sun all day. It just leans right into my point that you cannot predict how the weather is going to be in Britain, no matter how hard we try. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to carry on heading towards the scrub, but I'm going to keep an eye on the red kites and see how they start acting. And yeah, let's go see if we can get any pictures. What a beautiful array of sound that is tonight. Just all the different calls of the birds. We've got this gorgeous light, gorgeous sound, gorgeous location. Man, I just love being out with the camera. So the trouble I'm actually having tonight is that I'm kind of keeping half an eye on the sky and half an eye on the trees and the scrub and the bushes, because I'm looking for the small birds, but I don't want to miss the kites. I've already had one fly not too far from me, I would say, but it was above this sort of area and I was just a little bit past the camera. But I kind of caught it out of my eyesight a little bit too late as it went across the top of the trees, so I didn't have time to adjust to capture the kite in flight. So yeah, can't say it's been overly productive at the moment because I've got that issue where I'm kind of split between small birds and the kites in flight. But this first part is purely just for the small birds as a filler while I wait for the kites to become more active around the hills and holes, which I'm hoping they will do. The fact that they're out, the fact that I had one fly over me a minute ago, yeah, let's hope so, fingers crossed. So I'll pop up the only image that I've really captured at the moment of what I believe is a great tit. It looked fine. The problem is it was kind of shooting up a bit, so it's not the best shot in the world, but I'll stick it up for you guys. Let's see if we can capture anything else. So still no luck with the small birds, really. But as I say, it was a filler. Here's the pre-shoot to the main shoot, shall we say. So yeah, not much luck in that department, but we've now got probably just over an hour till sunset now. But there is quite a bit of cloud in the sky starting to build up. As you can see, it's starting to go in and out. Oh, the kites are definitely about still though. So the prospect is still good. So hopefully we'll get some kites in flight. Now, there's been no topic of discussion in this week's video, and that's purely just because, well, first of all, I literally changed my mind as to the location I was going as I started to drive due to traffic. I think there must have been an accident or something on one of the roads. So I was going to go down to Burnham's Mere to photograph some long-tailed tits. Literally traffic going that way was a nightmare, so I swung it round, went in the opposite direction and decided to come down here because of the light. Decided to come down here to see if we could get any kites in flight again. So yeah, no topic of discussion, just hopeful that you guys will enjoy the video of me running around like an idiot again and seeing if we can capture the kites in flight. So stick with us. I'm going to start making my way back to where I want to be if they start coming over this way. Slow walk, you never know, might actually find some more small birds on the way back, but yeah, I'm going to start prepping for the kites in flight. So let's just hope patience is a virtue. So as you can see, I've got myself positioned on what appears to be almost the highest point in Hills and Holes, which is no bad thing. But what I have actually got here is really good visibility of the whole area, so that I can see all around the hills. But I am also as far as I can probably get on a high point towards the edge of the hills before you hit farmers' fields. So if the kite is going to fly over this way, hopefully I'll have a better angle rather than shooting directly into the sun. In theory. In practice, it could be totally different. But now I think it's just playing the waiting game. We've got about 40 minutes till sunset. Yeah, about that. The sky's looking pretty epic, but there is a lot of low cloud, so the light might not be great. However, that may also work in my favour, that we've got a reasonable side light coming through, but it might not be enough, which may push the ISO up. No idea what that was. Probably a robin. Seen quite a few robins flitting around, nothing shot worthy. I've only grabbed that one small bird shot. While there is a lot of small birds down here, I think that most of them are picking up a spot in that estate that I can't get into. So yeah, I can hear them, I just can't see them. There are a few flitting around, don't get me wrong, but yeah, not not really been able to grab any shots of them. So now we're going to play the waiting game then. Let's see if the kites appear. So disappointingly, a big bank of cloud has come over and covered the sun. I think the most annoying thing is, behind where the camera is pretty much clear blue skies. But behind me, where the sun is just a thick bank of cloud with no prospect of actually letting up. So the clouds are moving this way, and all I can see is just more cloud. Over there, all blue sky. So infuriating. Always the way though, isn't it, when it comes to photography? It's always where the cloud is where you don't want it to be. But it is what it is. So I'm not sure the prospect of actually the kites coming back out. They seem to have disappeared. I've not seen them for a while, and they've not been over hills and holes, other than that one point where it actually flew right over my head when I was down the back. But as I say, that was literally a well, it wasn't a fleeting glimpse. It would have been a very fleeting photographic opportunity. So, still got about 25 minutes till sunset. So I'm waiting, but now that sun's covered, it's gone really chilly, and quite dark as well. So I've got my sunglasses on because it was really bright, but yeah, we'll see, we'll see. Fingers crossed we might start to see a bit more kite activity soon, but my reckoning is based on the light. I think they're probably done for the night. So it's about 5-6 minutes away from sunset now. And I think tonight is going to be a write-off. The cloud is covering any form of light that's coming over that way. I've not seen any kites for a good 10-15 minutes over at the estate. There was one that circled around and then went out of sight, and I've not seen anything since. So I think it's gone to bed. Yeah, there's a lot of pigeons that keep flying over me as well, heading towards the estate, so I think it's night-night for them as well. And yeah, not every shoot is a guarantee to capture something. You know, as wildlife photographers, we come out in varying conditions in the hope that we get a picture. As a YouTuber, Paul Miguel, great wildlife photographer, he did a video recently where it was about backlighting, and he visited the same spot 4, maybe 5 times just to get the right conditions, and he published this whole video, and it was a combination of all the trips down there. It was really, really interesting to watch. Head over to his YouTube and check it out. But yeah, I think on this occasion it's a no-go. So you can hear the disappointment in my voice because it just looked like a fantastic prospect, but c'est la vie. You know, you win some, you lose some. So I will still put this up on YouTube for you guys to laugh at my failures. I think the problem is as well is that when you look at YouTubers out there and they're taking pictures and they're always getting the shots and stuff, it kind of paints a false picture. It's a false narrative that every time they go out, they're guaranteed to get the shots. So yeah, I always willingly publish all my trips out. It's kind of a bit of behind the scenes on my photography. So yeah, I will always publish my videos, even if it is a total fail. But yeah, obviously, if you've enjoyed my failure, give us the old thumbs up. And if you haven't already, drop some subscribes from down the bottom. And yeah, this is my account. Take care and be safe, everyone. Peace.